What is going on, good people? We're here talking Davante Adams. I've got a special guest on the line. Let me throw him on screen here real quick, and it's Ryan Hollins. Ryan, you're still a Clippers commentator, right?
Rockets. Come on,
Rockets. I'm sorry, Rockets, man. Look at me.
Spoofing me already, man.
You're a Phoenix Suns commentator, right?
Oh,
Hey,
goodness.
my sons. Oh, we got to get into that in a minute. But anyways, Ryan Hollins live on the show. Fantasy Football Show begins now.
FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
I'm sorry about that, Ryan. Rockets. Why did I think Clippers for a second? I don't know. Probably because of our guy Clipper Darrell that's always causing problems over in California there.
Are you guys good yet? Or
No.
are you guys like kind of like?
No. Last time I talked to Clipper Darrell, he called me a fraud, a scumbag, essentially. He was not real kind to your boy Smitty. But anyway, we'll fix it. We'll patch it up, I'm sure. But hey, Ryan. So anyway, Ryan, where can people find you? First of all, let me put your handle on screen. What do you want? Your IG handle up? What do you want?
Yeah. Here's the IG handle, say.
Ryan Hollins. That's it. Is it one word?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Ryan Hollins, one word.
Smitty, you know my IG handle, man.
All right. I want to talk about Davante Adams real quick, and then we could get into a little basketball as well. Phoenix Suns, talk about that unfortunate unraveling. But Adams has been in the news a lot lately, and that's the title of this topic here, the title of the show. Adams has been handed Jimmy Garoppolo as his starting quarterback walking into 2023. We saw what Derek Carr did with Adams. We saw what Aaron Rodgers did with Adams. These are both quarterbacks that throw the football down the field and can feed a wide receiver like Adams what he needs, right? Jimmy G can't throw the football down the field. Jimmy G throws hospital balls. Adams wants out. Adams came, I don't know if you saw the report. I know you're busy with all your basketball stuff. But there was a report out the other day, day before, that said this is not what he expected. This is not the direction he really wanted or sought out, for this team. He's going to have to get behind it, so in so many words. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but completely disappointed. Josh Jacobs' franchise tag has yet to sign his franchise tag. Neither of the star players want to play for this team. They clearly don't believe in Jimmy G themselves, or they would be more eager to play. What are your thoughts from a former professional athlete perspective? Have you ever been in that situation, and do you kind of get the sense that Adams doesn't want to be there at all? What's your vibe here? Because you've been in these situations before. How many teams do you play for? You play for 87 teams. Is that correct?
9, but we can call it 87 for sake
9.
of
Okay, 9.
sake of the show on the Smitty show.
Tell me.
I look at it. Listen, I'm definitely not Davante Adams, but I was traded to Cleveland, and this was no LeBron in Cleveland, so I knew this was going to be a little different national television schedule, a little different type of team. But I was in a situation I had to make the most of it. Davante's in the point of his career where obviously he wants to make as much money as he can while playing in the NFL. But I think for him, it's more so about competing for a Super Bowl. And from his standpoint, the organization just got in and they moved on from Carr. And he's saying, okay, you moved on from Carr. I get it. Maybe there was beef. There are things going on before me. But at the end of the day, you move on to Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, as a 49er fan, I got no gripes about Jimmy Garoppolo. But as far as Davante Adams, he's frustrated because you got to also understand another thing that fell through is he was trying to get to Aaron Rodgers. He was big in courting Aaron Rodgers. Maybe there's even a handshake agreement or understanding that there's a legit chance that those two would have been reunited once again. And it didn't happen. So now you're saying, what's next up? You don't go into the draft. You don't get a quarterback, and you end up with Jimmy G. Now, Jimmy G can run your offense, but the fear with Jimmy is obviously, like you said, not being able to throw the long ball and health. He's missed a number of games. I think there's a lot of juice left in Jimmy Garoppolo, but for Davante Adams, he doesn't want to play in a system that is best suited for Jimmy G, and he needs to go out and eat. For a wide receiver, he can't throw the ball to himself and catch it. We said that about Odell Beckham for years. Davante Adams understands it. Now, the perk is obviously being there in box office. It's a great environment, and he can take over that city. But he knows from being spoiled to playing with Aaron Rodgers, he doesn't want to downgrade. He may want to get out of this deal and find his way to the Jets or find his way to a scenario where he has a quarterback. Because as a receiver, that's your lifeline. You don't want to be stuck in double teams. You don't want to be stuck as a blocker. But clearly, whatever happened with Carr running him out, I think that the organization may have lost a touch on the locker room, and that's never a good thing to be a part of. So we're going to keep our eyes on this. Room and structured, but she'll see me, and I can also speak. This is you be 4 years on a contract, and these guys understand their value, and they go, "Man, I want out. Trade me."
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Smitty?
Yeah. It's cutting in and out. I think sometimes when people are yeah, we got you a little bit. But sometimes when people are traveling or driving, it cuts in and out.
Okay, I'm about to pull in like 30 seconds.
Okay. Let's see if it once it cuts in. Yeah, we can hear you a little bit. It's cutting in and out, but I hear you. We got the gist of it. I mean, certainly Adams wants, potentially to be somewhere else. But the report here today. So we've talked about that report. That Adams is unhappy. He's going to make the best of it. He isn't what he envisioned. He said like 3 or 4 negative comments in a row. Like, I didn't expect this. We don't see eye to eye. Looks like I'm just going to have to make it work. Like, there were 3 negative comments in a row in his quote about this the other day. And then today, it looks like Ryan dropped out. Maybe he'll call right back in. And then today, this report here, The Athletic, believes that the Raiders trading Adams is not in the cards right now. This is a speculative piece, but there's a lot of reason to believe this is 100% true because they franchise tagged Jacobs, or they're trying. Jacobs has yet to sign it, but they franchise tagged Jacobs. They put the tag on him. He has yet to sign it. But so that tells me that this team's not moving on from Adams. They're trying to win now. They're not going to. They think they can. They're not going to. Adams, who has expressed some displeasure about the recent, let me see if I can get Ryan back in here. What's up, Ryan? So, anyways, the report today is talking about how Adams is not likely to get traded. He has a dead cap of $31.4 million if traded this year, and a $23.6 million if traded in 2024. So a trade is very unlikely just because of the dead cap cost all by itself. You know what I mean? Like people saying, "Oh, Deebo Samuel's going to get traded." You're a Niner fan. Deebo Samuel's going to get traded. Rumors all offseason about this and that. He could. His dead cap was like 30 plus something $million. There's no way Deebo was getting traded. It was easy to see, and people were just running their mouth about it. But this dead cap number of $31.4 million makes it really, really hard to imagine the Raiders even mid-season trading him, because they'd have to get something crazy in order to offset that hit of $31.4 million. Like, it'd have to be a first rounder, and we know Adams at his age is not going to get a first rounder. This is just not going to happen.
Smitty, you got me?
Yeah, we got you. You're loud and clear. You're crispy now. You're crispy, crystal clear.
Yeah. No, sorry, I got Wi-Fi. Well, here's the thing.
You got Wi-Fi.
NBA players are looking at, NFL players are taking a look at NBA players, and our stars and guys are saying we're not going to waste our careers anymore. They understand our value. A guy could be 4 years into a contract, and he'll demand a trade and get out and go and to a place or with a teammate or a city or a situation he wants to be in. And these NFL players, you saw it with Jalen Ramsey, they're starting to understand, you know what, man? I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to compete at a high level for. That next hit could end my career. And Davante Adams understands it, and he knows his value. He knows his value ain't going to be where it is playing likely with Jimmy Garoppolo, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I love Jimmy G. I'm a 49er, but it doesn't fit. So I think that the NFL players, with all due respect, our brothers over there, they kind of like see the trend that we have in the NBA, and they're, kind of, chasing it. And I think this is Obviously, a part of it where, in the past growing up, players didn't move. The quarterback moved or a situation moved, they didn't move. And I think in a perfect world for Davante Adams, he joins Aaron Rodgers. Now, what that looks like, I'm not sure. I know they talked about Tom Brady coming in ownership capacity. I don't know if that'll be a management role also, and what that would actually stand for, or how that would bear weight with the Raiders organization. Maybe he doesn't trust the communication there, and obviously he may have not been involved in the signing and the moves made for Jimmy Garoppolo, and I think that's what it speaks to. So I think that's how we're going to look at and assess the situation. And I'm not sure, like you were saying, great point. Like, what leverage does he have? Not really, not much, unless he's just going to go out and sit out, and you don't think he's going to waste that money.
Yeah, Davante, like he's gonna. Unfortunately, like you just said, he's at the not the tail end of his career, but he's at that tipping point. Could he be elite for another 2 years while he's about to go downhill? Sure, but in this situation, no. And so it's like, hey, can I ask you a real quick question about this 7'4" monster coming out? Talk about this kid, Wemby, and what's he gonna? How good's he gonna be? The 7'4"? Is he 7'4" or 7'5"?
7'5", dude.
7'5".
7'5". He's 7'5", Smitty, and he runs like a deer.
Deer for sure.
He does things on a basketball court that we've never seen. Big guys don't move like that, Smitty. This is like this. He could, if he can equate, and the strength isn't a problem for him. This is like
tell him.
I don't want to say Aaron Donald, but I will say Aaron Donald-ish in the sense where, like, Aaron Donald's like, hold on, how are you a big guy with abs? Like, hold on, you're running like a safety, and you're taking on nose tackles. You know what I'm saying? You're taking on you're taking on centers. You're taking on double teams. Wemby has that type of excitement. Now, the strength could be a factor. How his game translates to the NBA could be a factor. But the way that the game is played, Smitty. So, back in the day when me and you grew up, the idea was if you could, get a guy to change your organization, you get a Shaquille O'Neal. Let me get the biggest, strongest, meanest guy, right? The way the game is played today is with spacing and with speed. So the gift for Wemby is going, man, wow, he can dribble like a point guard, and then he can go in there and he can block a shot. Or like, wow, if you put a smaller guy on him, he's going to turn and just dunk on him. And then a big guy, he's going to cross him over, at the top of the key. And then, wow, defensively, he should be able to go out and guard a guy on the perimeter. Like his height, he's taller than Boban.
Yeah.
Smitty, he's 5 inches taller than me. He's Scott and Brendan combined. Okay,
bro, and
you're
perspective. You're so tall. You're 7 foot, 7'1", 7 foot.
Yeah, I'm 7, and Brendan is like 7'2".
Which he's late, by the way. He never shows up. Brendan never shows up.
No.
But I mean, goodness gracious, bro, you're 7 foot, and you'd be looking up to this guy. But
I'd look up.
So if you had to, and I know it's reckless to talk about like how good could he be. I think Jefferson. What's his name? That guy Jefferson. What's his name? The commentator.
Jefferson.
Huh?
Ricardo Jefferson.
No. The commentator. What's his name? He's always kind of a controversial.
I like how you watch other sports, even though you don't care about them, but like you watch.
I do. I have a sports channel. I'm gonna put this on my Smitty Sports show as well. But Wemby, if you had to recklessly predict how good he will be, and I like that you talk about that, maybe that lack of strength isn't a problem yet because he can gain that. Like Garnett was a skinny guy, but like he became, he was strong, he was dominant. Like, do you think Wemby could get that kind of strength eventually because he's so raw and young? And then second, do you think this will be the best player in the NBA for like a long time, or is this somebody that's going to be like in the top 5 or 6, but maybe never? Because this is a skill set we've never seen.
Okay, so for one, there's the good. He can absolutely get the strength. That's not a question. Just you get older, you get stronger. Everybody sees that, whether you're a professional athlete or not. It's called grown man strength. Two, the fear is injury. A lot of guys over that size, they get stress fractures. It's a very common thing, stress fracture in the feet. Carrying that type of weight. So then you do want to be careful just to throw weight on him. And then with Wimby, to answer your potential question, he could be the greatest player that has ever played the game of basketball without a question. He could be the greatest guy. He could be Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, LeBron James rolled into one player. That's the potential. I'm not saying he's going to be that, but
Right,
that's
just
the
potential.
potential.
Yeah, yeah. People got to listen
Yeah.
to what you're saying.
Like
Listen to him,
because
don't.
here's the thing. When you have someone that like Smitty, go watch his highlights. He's crossing
I
people
have.
over the top of the key,
I have.
and it's like he's young, so it's like, okay, can that get much better? Can that be nurtured? Can
Mm-hmm.
he figure that part out? You know, right now this is just raw. Or he could come to the NBA, he could get injured. The size could be a thing, it'd be a mental thing. But I will throw this out also. The European, the world players, they're coming over, they ain't soft no more. Because they're seeing NBA guys, they're playing against NBA guys.
Mm-hmm.
There's at least 2 decades worth of experience and wealth that they're pouring into them. And these kids are coming over more ready than before. Whereas before, the European guys, they get punked, they were soft, they weren't ready. It's a different ball game. Where now they're kind of, the toughness is getting there, and the NBA game is getting more spread out, and it's getting faster. I mean, Smitty, this guy's like twice your speed. I mean, he can blaze up and down the floor, and you'd be looking at the back of his jersey, Smitty. I mean, he just embarrass you on the track, on the basketball court, on the field, whatever. I mean, it would get disgusting. And you got to think, Smitty, this guy's 7'5", so he's impressive, man.
Can I ask you real quickly? Yeah, so okay, so could become, and people need to hear what he's saying. He's not saying he will be, saying the potential's there to become the best player in the NBA. I agree because it's weird how elegant and how graceful he is at his size. Unbelievable, and his shots. I mean, would you say he could be one of the, like, what would you say his biggest strength would be? Like, what's his is it his perimeter shot? Is it going to be down low? Can he develop and be one of the better shooters?
Right now it's his length. Is if there's a like let's say Wimby, he couldn't do anything else but his length at 7'5" and his wingspan, like he can block your shot just standing up. So Smitty, you know when the little kid goes to score on the Nerf hoop and you just slap it away?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what it feels like for him.
Mm-hmm.
That's his as far as an asset. If he never took a three-pointer, if there's a lot of stuff he just never did, he would be a huge prospect just by blocking shots.
Has he been?
Could shoot a three, that would be a good thing.
How long have you known about him?
I've been seeing about this kid probably for the last 3 years.
Okay.
And he just kept getting better and better and better. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, like, he's getting NBA and pro and national treatment already, Smitty.
Yeah. This is crazy.
I mean, just
man.
imagine a guy just twice as fast as you, Smitty, that just burns
You keep using
like
me.
So much faster
you keep using me as the reference. You keep trying to wear me down on my own show. Wouldn't he be more than twice as fast as me? I mean, wouldn't that be saying something? I mean, he's a professional athlete. He's a good. You just called him a deer.
Probably three times.
Three.
As you, Smitty.
Three.
I mean, wherever you want it, Smitty, he'd take you on the track. He'd take you on the field. He'd take you on the basketball court, man.
How does it feel that he would dominate you down low and just completely just ravage your soul underneath? I mean, you can't even see him. You can't even see him. You're looking up to this guy. The first time in your life, you're looking up to a player down low in the paint.
I did look up to Yao Ming. I like when it. For those who don't know, when it comes, Smitty doesn't care if you jump higher, if you're stronger, but like when you start talking speed and speed with Smitty, he gets a little edgy. He gets a little edgy, man. He gets edgy, for those who don't know.
Yeah. Because you've challenged me for years to a race, yet have never raced me, and we could live stream it. You also say you can do muscle ups. I've yet to see that. So
I've fallen off from my muscle up. So right now I don't think I can currently do it, or I'd really have to have some real good form on it. But I can do it. I've done them before.
we have Bob. Can we get Bobby Maximus on this live stream, maybe? So Bobby Maximus has gone on record, one of the most fittest men in the world, according to Bobby. You can't convince Bobby otherwise. Has said that you doing a muscle up is near impossible because you're 7 foot. Number one, we can't find a bar that would actually make that work. I don't think there are very many 7 foot pull-up bars.
I've done them on a ring row.
Okay. But Bobby says that a 7 footer doing a muscle up is like an almost improbability. So we got to see this. This would be amazing. You know,
So
it would go viral.
Nature. So all you're saying is that I'm a freak of nature. You understand I'm a freak of nature. That's what you're saying, Smitty. So okay. Smitty, okay, I'll give you this. I'm just naturally a skinny, weak guy, right?
You look like you're still fit.
Okay. Whatever. But naturally, strength doesn't just come easy. You know, certain guys just they roll out of bed and they're strong. For me, Smitty, you know how everybody has that body part and something that is very strong? My back is unrealistically strong. I don't know why. I don't know what purpose it has. I don't know what good it is to me. My back is very strong. I can do pull-ups with the absolute best of them. Now, how that complemented an NBA career or anything, I don't think it did. I don't have strong legs, not a strong chest, nothing like that. But I can curl and I can do pull-ups with the world's best.
I got to see it.
I mean, want you to know that.
I would love to see it. I still want to race you.
Smitty, I can curl 90-pound dumbbells for reps, Smitty.
I'd love to see it. We still have yet to see it.
No, I don't sound like you love to see it. It sounds like you're making fun of me. And I'm trying to give you an honest conversation. You're just going full Smitty mode, man.
I'd love to see it. We've heard a lot about it. We just are excited to see it. We've heard a few stories. and when Bobby comes in and says, there's no way a 7 footer is doing a muscle up, I just want to see it. I think it'd be viral. It would look like a building going up on a pull-up bar. And I think it would be a real viral. We'd have to step back quite a ways to get it in full shot. But 7 foot man doing a muscle up is definitely going to be interesting. I bet Wemby could do it. I bet Wemby could do a muscle up.
That's what we're doing?
I bet he could. Okay, hey, Ryan.
That's what we're doing?
Ryan, real quickly, Vamp says, do you think San Antonio can attract talent for him? I think certainly. Yeah, I think people are going to want to play with this kid. What do you think?
I think he has 3.5 to 4 years to show that he's one of those players. And you'll see big name guys saying, hey, I'll go play with Wemby. Right now, I don't think he's a guy that a star is like, hey, I'm going to move my family. I'm going to go over there and win the championship. But he builds the way he builds. San Antonio free agency will be able to get a guy that says, man, I want to win, and I can win a championship with this guy. I mean, LeBron was bringing people to Cleveland for goodness sake.
Yeah.
So I think he has 3.5 to 4 years to show that he's one of those guys, and then you'll see that. But today, right now, we can't answer that. We're all just intrigued, you know?
LeBron looks a little rattled right now. And there's obviously people that are maybe running their mouth a little too early about it, but okay, when's this start to decline a little bit? What's happening with LeBron and Bronny? Basically, LeBron's made it clear he wants to play on the same team as his son in the NBA for at least one season, right? Isn't that kind of what his stance has been? And that means that whoever drafts Bronny's getting LeBron. Is that correct? Is that the assumption? How does that even work? And how can they make that work? How can they? So if I'm an NBA team, I'm drafting Bronny number 1 overall. If it comes with LeBron James, you know what I'm saying? That makes Bronny kind of.
So let me give you perspective. Let me give you some perspective. Do you know one of the Lakers' last signings?
No.
Tristan Thompson.
Okay.
And then Shaquille Harrison, I believe. I bring that up to say, Smitty, I think LeBron can get his son to the Lakers as that last spot.
But what if he doesn't?
I think Bronny's made enough money where he can even go, don't draft me. I'm going to the Lakers.
But what if someone drafts him is trying to get LeBron. That's what I'm saying. Like, because if I'm a team, I'm like, if I draft Bronny, I'm getting LeBron.
Hold out. He's made enough money. Hold out. We'll hold out. We'll go
Okay.
full. We'll go Archie Manning mode. Hold
But
out. We'll hold
does
out. We
Bronny
won't do
want to?
it.
Does Bronny want to? That almost. If I was Bronny, I'd feel like that's me just riding my father's coattails into the NBA. I could see Bronny going, "I'm not doing that."
If Tom Brady asks for something in the NFL, if Tom Brady goes to a team and says, "I want the last spot to go to X player," right? My cousin's nephew on the team, right? Right? Are they going to do it?
I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying that if I'm Bronny,
no. Answer the question. If Tom Brady goes and says, "I want my cousin's nephew to be the last spot,"
he's coming.
For the Patriots.
He's coming.
He's coming, right?
You're 100% right. But does Bronny want that treatment? Does Bronny want to pave his own path? I doubt he wants to work as hard as he's worked to have his dad open the door for him.
Did you hear publicly that LeBron James is gonna sign Tristan Thompson, and he's put the call in and said, "Hey, this is my guy. Let's make this happen." Did you ever hear that? So me and you are safely assuming right now.
Yeah, we kind of are. Hey, did you ever see my field goal?
Smitty, I was disgusted with your athleticism.
Did you see my field goal? I kicked.
Your form. I thought you would have been, as a soccer player, big time soccer guy. Your form would have been much better.
Well, I'm a little older. But let me put this up on screen here, and because people are calling for it, they want to see it. This is a very successful kick right here.
Wait, Smitty, we have 80 people in here. Are these 80 like real people?
80 real people, bro. We're slow right now because it's the off season. We could get 200-300 people in here right now in the off season. When you joined it dropped from like 90 to 80, but usually
I can't believe there's 80 people in here like saying hello.
Oh yeah, this is small time. You want to see something? Somebody drop a super chat. These are my soldiers, bro. These are my soldiers. Somebody. Hold on.
So they're like talking crazy about me for throwing out.
No, they
don't like that.
No, they like you. They say, "Oh, Ryan's in here. What? Ryan's in here." They like you, bro. They like you. A lot of Clipper fans. A lot of Rocket fans. Ryan, 38. He knows about MJ. You played with MJ.
No, Brendan played with MJ.
Brendan played with MJ. Okay. Brandon Haywood, who has not come in here, he says he's going to jump on the show. He never jumps on the show. Do you want me to change do you want to go sideways? I can change that for you.
No, I'm just messing around, Smitty.
Okay. Let me go ahead and show this. This is a clip of me. I want you to give me the play-by-play on my kick here.
Okay,
I want you to tell me what you see as it happens. Okay. So hold on. Let me get to another screen here. And let me put this on screen. Okay, so. I'll come back for a. You act surprised. Hold on. Let me.
No, we're gonna get like 100 in here in the off season. miss. These guys are going to let me know. And then your ego gets involved. But you're saying, you know what? I'm a man of skill. And the best thing about you, Smitty, that everybody, you're not scared. You have never been scared. You are not scared. You're focused.
I might have had the volumes down when we were talking about some of that. So we need to go just a little bit. Redo the play real quick. Okay, so here we go.
So right now you're locking in. Hold on. You're focused and you're saying, hey. You're saying, hey, man, I got to make this. I got to knock this down for the people. And as you come through, you're going, you know what? Let's take the testosterone out of the kick. We're going with the no testosterone kick. This is for the people. And right before, you're thinking in your head, if I miss this, they're going to let me know about this. If I miss this, it won't be good. But knowing Smitty, he's been practicing. Run it through. Now,
can I also point out something that you're not highlighting? What do you see right in the left corner-ish, right above my avatar, my face? What do you see? What's it say right there?
Left corner.
Right where my face is down in the corner. It says was live. This was live. I put this on live. I was live. I didn't record this and edit. This was live. Pressure on.
You practice though. The pressure's on. But here's the thing. You're going, you know what? Testosterone's out. But you're rocking here like a track guy. You're rocking like a track guy. That soccer background didn't come into play. So watch that fall. Okay, horrible form there. Hold on. That step, I see horrible form. But like that, here's the thing about you. I like this. You make it up on the fly. Watch that right leg come through. That right leg is following straight to the goal. You see that right leg? You're going with the follow through. You're going with the safety, and you're taking the testosterone out, and you nail it. You nail it. See, old Smitty would have went for distance, okay? This new old, falling apart, surgery-ridden.
Sir, yeah, look at this right here.
Smitty.
This right here, the right leg is supposed to remain in the air, go up high, and then I'm supposed to kind of hop on the left leg, but my ACL, my left leg, yeah, I got to step down real quick. Boom, step down.
There's no hop.
Yeah, but look where it hits. It hits the back of the net right here. That was good for another 10, 15 yards.
But it's the focus that you had. Look at the focus. You step into this thing, and you've got focus. So you're going safety first.
Yeah.
Responsible move from you. Hold on. Is the chat talking to us?
Oh yeah. You know, Ryan, I'm a little
People are amazing.
I'm a little bit offended that you're shocked I have, like, this is one of our lower days. We have 70, 100 people bouncing in and out.
No, we almost had 100. We almost had 100.
Well, they must not love my field goal as much as I thought. But we normally have around 100 to 150 or about 100. That's the dead off season. During the in season,
this is not about you. This is not about you. This is about the people. I appreciate them. You appreciate them. This is not about you. This has nothing to do with you. Now that kick is you. This people is the people.
Let's watch it one more time. The full motion, okay? So what would you grade it out of 10?
For you, this is a 10.
What?
For you, this is a 10.
You know what
That's a 10.
You know what sucks? As we get older, and I know you're a touch younger than me, you start to think you're still as good as you used to, and you see yourself on video. When I watched that video back, I wanted to throw up in my mouth. I thought I was running like Wemby out there. You know what I mean? Like you think you're a gazelle, you think you're running smooth. I watched it back, it looked like I was in slow motion, like on some sort of tranquilizer, and dragging my body. Like I was really disappointed on the replay. I'll have to admit, I started running again real heavily. I look like I'm in slow motion, and it's as you get older, you think you still have it, and then you watch the video back, and you're like, oh, I don't look anything like Wemby in that. I admit, I watch it, and I say, this is a man that needs to get in shape. But I've been doing it. I cut out all the soda. I'm intermittent fasting. I'm drinking, while you'll probably say, Ryan, that these are not good for you or whatever. So I'm sucking down these and running, intermittent fasting. I'm down about 15 lbs. I'm down 15 lbs. Not bad, eh?
No, you don't look bad. The last time I saw you, you looked horrible. I mean, you look great. You look great. The last time I saw you, I mean, whoa. You look great. I mean, the last time I saw you, it was like, hey, whoa.
I mean,
right now,
we're
Smitty.
I mean, we're
good,
doing,
man.
we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it.
You look great, man.
Thanks.
No, serious. I mean, you look amazing. I mean, you've been working. It shows. And at your age, 15 pounds is a lot. At your age, 15 pounds is a lot. But you know what? The last time, I mean, Smitty, you looked horrible. Right now, though, you look good, man.
Thank you.
You look good, dude.
When are we running? When is this a race? This live stream race? Let me also put into context. I once told this man, and we got 105 people in here right now, by the way.
Oh, wow.
I once told.
Wow. I'm humbled, Smitty. I don't deserve this.
I once told. I love how he thinks it's him. I once told this man on screen that I would race him. And he accepted. He said, "You can't beat me in a race. You can't beat me in a race." I said, "Okay, we'll run one lap around the track." And he said, "I don't run long distance." You're calling one lap around a track long distance. That is a sprint.
For a basketball player, that is. For a basketball player, that is.
That's a sprint.
Smitty, you forget to know that we live in airplanes distance away. That this is not just a thing. And you don't leave the lair. The last time you left the lair was, I want to say, 2015?
So if I come out to you, you will race me on a live stream.
I will race you on a live stream, Smitty.
You said that with some anger.
2015 is the last time you got away from the screen. You've been, I mean, it's been a long time, man. Wait, Smitty, hold on. So they can interact with us and they send things into the chat.
Yeah, like
You
this
gotta
guy.
be kidding me.
This guy dropped a $20 hauler right now and said,
Hold on, they're talking?
"Yeah." He says, "Ryan, what's your take on Morant's situation?" He's dropping a. Listen, hold on.
Good question.
Matthew's dropping a $20 super chat to ask you this question. He says, "What is your take on Morant's situation? I know you played for Memphis for a little bit, so I wondered what you thought about the situation." Go ahead. Thank you. Appreciate you. And TMT, I got your super chat on the screen here. Ron dropped this one.
So, Smitty, shout out to the chat. I can't believe the chat's here. I think it's one of the most greatest investments known to man. It's not about me. It's not about you and your new body and your new haircut and all this cool stuff.
New body.
This is about them.
My new haircut.
Look at this. Yeah. So the John Morant situation makes me very sad. Incredibly sad. I don't want to see a kid that has so much to gain lose it. And I know where we come from, it may seem like, oh, he just lost 30 million off of 200 million or 300 million. Like, that's a lot of money when you don't come from much, and you have the chance to change. You have the chance to change the way your families can generationally live. That makes me sad. JJ Redick made comments, and I love JJ, and I think JJ is absolutely right, but I think it's more so context. Some people are acting like John Morant needs to go to prison tomorrow. And no, he doesn't need to go to prison. He didn't break any law. He has some court stuff that he's got to figure out, in which I don't have any expertise in. But if he was supposed to be in prison or jail, he'd be there. So this guy's not a criminal. So let's pump the brakes on that. But as a role model, you do have an obligation. And to your boss, to your company, you have an obligation, in which I think that he understands. Now, in terms of the people who you see, I guess JJ pointed out there's some hypocrisy within other people that we aren't frowning upon. They don't have the same influence that John Morant has. And I don't think that pointing out two wrongs is going to make it right. I think right now the focus is Ja. but I do think that people attacking him and acting like he needs to go to jail, this guy's the scum of the earth, he's the worst thing. What were you doing at night? Turn that down, Buffy. What were you doing at 19 years old? But I think the frustration is the second time around, it looks like he really didn't care. He doesn't have the right backing, and I think that he does not understand. And I'm sure when you, Smitty, when you're making $600 million at 23 years old, you don't realize losing 30 or 40 million or what the future prospects are going to be. So I hope the best for him. It makes me incredibly sad, and I hope that things can work out, and I hope he understands how important that he is.
Yeah, thank you, Matthew, for the question. We got a super chat here from Russian Collusion. This is a $20 holler. Appreciate you guys.
Smitty,
by the way,
this is amazing. Smitty, they can really send in stuff and then you get it.
Yeah. Whenever
Smitty,
someone
you
drops,
don't deserve this.
whenever someone
You
drops
don't deserve this.
a $20 holler, we make it rain in here. By the way, so all of that for Matthew, and then for Russian Collusion. He says, Smitty, what are your thoughts? QB Rodgers, Carr, Young, Najee Harris, Gibbs, Javonte Williams, I assume. And then you've got CD Lamb, Garrett Wilson, Dotson. I love Dotson. I'm going to have a video on Dotson soon. Kyle Pitts, Kincaid. Love this. Great job. Guys, on Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty, you can play the Poodles are out. The $7 Poodles. Go do them now. This is a Poodle draft right here. I like the team a lot. Hey, Ryan, I want to say, there's a tight end by the name of Dalton Kincaid. I don't know how versed you are in the rookies coming out, but he's a tight end. He landed in Buffalo. He's catching footballs from Josh Allen. Dawson Knox is now going to be a blocking tight end for the most part. And Kincaid is going to be an absolute monster, bro. He's going to be an absolute monster. Kincaid's going to be playing slot. Are you shocked right now because of the live chat again, or are you shocked because of what I'm saying?
Both. You just told me that Dawson Knox is going to be a blocking tight end.
Yeah. Yep. Why is that shocking? What's he done that's making?
Wow.
Yeah. He's going to be.
Wow.
Dalton Kincaid is a wide receiver playing tight end, and he's going to.
This is unbelievable. They can just talk to you.
I mean, we've had 400 chat messages already. Like we usually have about 1,500.
No. But they can find a way so that their messages pop up right here, and then you have to acknowledge them.
Yeah, if they super chat. Yeah. Collusion dropping another one. Smitty, shout out to having a superstar besides yourself on the show. Ryan Hollins, great baller. Yeah, he Russian Collusion.
That's a blessing, man. I don't deserve that, but I'm thankful for that. I'm not a superstar. Smitty, you looked, the last time I saw you, it was disgusting. It was grotesque. You're out of shape. I mean, I was embarrassed. But when you're so embarrassed, you don't want to say anything because I'm like, he looks in the mirror every day. But you look great, dude. Like, you've been working. You're back at it. I mean,
the problem.
Like you are on it, man.
You know the problem with that kind of compliment is if I ever revert back, then I'm gonna feel really bad about myself. Right now, I don't. But
if you looked horrible, I'd never tell you. I would never tell you, Smitty. I would keep it to myself. But because you look great, we can talk about this.
You can tell me.
Yeah. You look great now, so it's a difference.
You
might be down 20 pounds. You look like you might be down 20 pounds today.
Yeah, you know you're in good shape when you can stop, drop, and roll at any moment. That's my test. You know, when you can no longer hit the floor and jump up, that's when you're in trouble. And I felt like I got to that point. But yeah. So you guys heard it here. If I come out to you, what city are you in?
I'm in Houston.
You're in Houston. If I come out to you, you will race me.
I won't race you. I will embarrass you in front of the chat.
I'm ready.
I will embarrass you.
But what is the furthest you will run? 100 meters?
If you want me to run a lap fast for a race, you'll have to give me some time to warm up to it.
What if we do 2 races? What if we do your choice of a distance and then my choice of a 1 lap? We do both of them.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
And we can do we could do your shorter one first. That way we're not completely dead, and then we can go ahead and do the second.
That's fair.
But can I make a prediction here?
Oh
I will
my
go.
God.
I will be.
Shout out to Ron Navy.
I will be so far ahead of you. This is my prediction on the 1 lap race. I will be so far ahead of you. You will quit. You will stop running.
Smitty, how do you beat me? I mean, you do look great. You might have more of a shot now. You are looking great. You do look great. I might have it. This is a different, like, you know. I mean, you got to think, at Smitty's age, guys, at his age, a dude losing 20 pounds at Smitty's age, it's unheard of. It doesn't happen.
Underhanded. Appreciate it. My prediction is you quit running. You get so frustrated by how fast I'm going down the track, you just stop running. You just stop running. Now, I will say, I don't know what it's going to be like on the 100-meter. If you choose 100-meter, you choose 40. You know, I could see potentially you holding your own there and maybe even beat me. We'll see on the 100-meter. I don't know how quick you are these days. You are a little bit of a gazelle. You know, long strides. Maybe you start off slow, but then you just kind of gallop.
The funny thing is,
you
know
gallop.
The funny thing about Smitty, about what we know, is when Smitty challenged me to a race, he went back and started watching my game film, my highlights. He was trying to gauge if he had a shot in this because he was writing checks, and then he wanted to see if he could cash those checks. And he realized, wow, I got to lengthen this race out. This guy's quick. This is not Brendan Haywood. This ain't Brendan Haywood here.
Yeah, I think I could crush Haywood.
Wow,
I don't think Haywood.
Mike became a member? Wow.
I don't think Haywood's quick.
Haywood's very fast.
Is he?
Wow, Andy Lee is a member too?
You think you think Haywood?
Wait, Smitty. No, he is.
Really? Haywood's still quick?
Yeah. What? Hold on, Smitty. They're doing this stuff, and we see it. Like they write, and then their stuff comes on. Like they become a part of the show.
Well, I mean, for one, I can put every single comment on screen whenever I want. But yes, if they super chat.
No. But they can.
Yes.
They can
override.
Go over your head. Yeah.
Someone wants to drop a $20 holler and say, Smitty, you look fat today. They can do that. Like if you wanted to super chat right now, you'd read it?
I'd read it. If they said it, I'd read it.
All right. We'll let Ryan read the next super chat. Yeah, no hate speech.
No hate, anything other than hate speech, rewrite it.
Yeah. If anybody wants to drop,
like, I'm even with fat shaming you.
Oh, and by the way, Russian collusion. So I don't know if you know what a gifted member.
Heating Up became a member.
Well,
hey,
Russian.
This is real.
Yeah. So like Russian
Great
collusion.
Fathers, you're getting members. Smith,
Yeah.
You're getting members.
This is like when your dad's excited about you, like getting second place in a.
He is a member.
This is like when you get second place in a race and your dad's excited for you.
What is another one?
You're embarrassed. Well, that's because somebody just gifted 10 of them. Somebody just gifted 10 of them to other people.
Wait, who gifted?
Russian collusion, who we got to give a standing ovation. Yeah, Russian collusion just gifted 10 of them. So, Russian collusion. Russian.
Wow, it's not stopping.
Yeah, because he gifted 10 of them.
Wow. So he could just keep going.
Yeah, one guy came in here, he gifted 50 of them last night. And so...
No, that didn't. 50?
Yeah, so then we had it going for like 10 minutes.
What perk do you get if you're a member?
So there's different levels. The $1.99 a month plan is just you get like emojis, you get green names. I've got a $10 plan which includes Zoom calls. There's all kinds of different levels on it. But anyway, hey, back to the I appreciate it, Dad, for the compliments. But
no, you look great, dude. You look great. Like, keep it up. Like, if I were you, I'd never look the way you used to look.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
I
like that. Truth Hollins. Call me that from now on. Do not call me Ryan. You call me Truth.
Truth Hollins. You like it? The new nickname. Hey, so what are you doing right now? Now that you're not, doing commentating for the Rockets and like, do you still
If you
work
guys
for?
get a check it, I do work for the team, but in the off season, I do my podcast. So check it out. NBA Rookie Life with Ryan Hollins. We dive into these guys' rookie years. I interview everywhere from the newest rookies to some veterans and guys that are world champs. Some really cool people on the show, and I guarantee you'll find out something that you never knew about one of these guys, and you will be entertained. I promise you that. We watch highlights, we take them through their rookie experience, and like I said, it's one of my funnest projects that I've worked on, other than being right here on the Fantasy Football Show.
Hey, do you know that I used to play in a Futures basketball camp? It was called Futures. And I used to go to what was then America West Arena, and I'd knock on I buzzed in. I'd go down below the Suns court, and I'd play with college players. I did.
No, Smitty, you didn't.
I did. I was good at basketball
Smitty,
when I was younger.
You just made that up.
No.
Smitty, you just made that up.
Futures basketball camp.
Smitty.
It was. I played with college players. I was good. Ryan, I'm not as good as I used to be.
No, you
okay,
didn't.
you've already ridiculed my weight, my size. I'm not a baller like I used to be. I lost
Smitty,
it. I lost it.
You look great, dude. I mean, amazing. I mean, seriously. How old are you? What are you, 25? I mean, look at you.
Hey, Ryan, I'm gonna come race you. I'm gonna put you to shame. I think I could beat Brendan. I don't think Brendan's faster than you.
Brendan is fast. Brendan's surprisingly fast. He is.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if I buy that. I don't know if I buy that at all. Okay, so your podcast, go check it out. How do they find it? Just Ryan Hollins on Twitter. Ryan Hollins. Is it same name on Instagram?
Same name. I'm the Ryan Hollins on Twitter. I think I've harassed you a few times on Twitter. The Ryan Hollins. It's called NBA Rookie Life through the NBA and iHeartRadio. So we're on all streaming platforms. It's really cool, fun stuff. And if you guys don't like the podcast, because we're all about honesty, let me know what you don't like, and I'll fix it. I'll do something you like. Simple. You don't like it?
My people will say, why didn't you bring Smitty on once? Is it because he doesn't play basketball?
If you played a day in the NBA, I would have you on in a heartbeat. But apparently you weren't that good at it. You look great. You look great, Smitty, but you weren't that good at basketball.
Well, I was, but I'm not gonna lie. I can't play ball like I used to at all. I used to be really good, but yeah, those days are gone. Basketball is one of those things where you don't just stay good because there's so many little things that are like the movement. As soon as you lose a step, as soon as your knees hurt, like you start losing your dribble. Like there's so many things that vanish. It's not like riding a bike. When I go play ball right now, it's not even the same. But you're
letting me know why you're not on my podcast. I'm glad you're answering your own question.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I'm here though. It's even more important. I'm here.
Yeah, you are here.
And the fans, they're like literally sending messages that are popping through the screens, and it's like we can talk to them.
Do you want to take a phone call or two before you want to take a phone call or two before you go?
Yeah. We'll take 2 phone calls. We'll get out of here. Everybody, so they pay for the phone calls too?
No. Phone call. There's numbers on the screen right here. Here, hold on. I'll hit the button. Hang tight.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Numbers on screen. Dial in. Someone has a question for Ryan Hollins.
Phone number?
This number right here.
Is that your phone?
That's the studio line.
Smitty, you're like a mad scientist, man.
I am. That's why I got a daily show, Ryan. That's why I got a daily show. Here's a couple super chats while we wait for a phone call. Ryan,
Oh my God, there's another chat.
So Pete Carroll, you're live on the phone with Ryan Hollins. Pete Carroll, go ahead. His name's Pete Carroll. What's up, Pete?
Hey, do you think you? Oh yeah, hey, back in the day when y'all used to be kind of cool, could Smitty beat you 1-on-1?
You what? You what? He said back in the day he beat me 1-on-1. He hangs up.
I believe it.
We got Ron. We got Ron on the phone. Ron, you're live with Ryan Hollins.
Hey Ryan, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, brother? Hey.
What you got, Ron?
Your daughter's hilarious. I'm watching her. She's so precious, dude. She's watching her on the screen with you. That's awesome.
Well, thank you. And what we know about our little ones, they feel like they own you. So that I'm on with Uncle Smitty, it means nothing to her. It means nothing. In fact, she wants she wants Smitty to talk to her first, and then Smitty can talk to me. That's what she's letting everybody know, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's the
No,
pecking
we
order,
appreciate
isn't
you
it?
calling in, man.
Yeah, you got any questions for Ryan, Ron?
Hey, and by the way, doesn't Smitty look great? Look at this guy. Look at him.
Such
Yeah.
underhanded.
What years did you play, Ryan?
So I played 10 years in the NBA. I was drafted in 2006, and my last year was 2016, 2017. I'm 7 feet tall. I played for 9 different teams. Within the 10 years, I had, I think, 11 different coaches. Time of my life, man. The skinny kid who was never supposed to be there got to live his dream, man.
I love how he throws in the 7 foot. He's like, "Yeah, my name's Ryan Hollins, 7 foot. Nice to meet you."
You know, some people want to know that, Smitty. I'm just answering the thing that some people want to go. I mean, Smitty looks great, so he feels like he could just harass and fat shame the rest of us.
Yeah, and Ryan's a midget next to
We can't say that word.
Yeah,
Whoa,
sorry,
whoa, whoa.
small.
We cannot
He's small.
say that
He's
word.
small person next to Wemby. Wemby's 7'5", and Ryan is a little. He's very very small compared to him. You'd be looking up to Wemby. What would you? Let's see. I'm 6'2" and a quarter. So it's you're a little bit taller than me. Than Wemby is taller than you. So yeah.
I mean, you look great, man. You might be more like 6'3".
I might have grown a little. I might have stretched out.
You know, the last time I saw you.
Hey, Ron, hang tight real quick. The Isaac's also on the phone. Isaac, you got a question for Ryan Hollins? Go.
Yeah, hey Ryan, listen, I just want to know, in your NBA experience, who's the best player you've played with or against on the court?
The best player I ever played with was Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett, I think he may be the best all-around player to ever have played the game of basketball. From an all-around standpoint, he could literally do everything. The best player that and Dirk also, shout out to Dirk. Those two are like 1A, 1B. The best player I ever played against, I'd say, is LeBron James. I never played against Jordan, so this isn't like a shot to Jordan. But I think LeBron, I was in Boston, and we were up 3-2, and we knew we had to close out at home. And LeBron hadn't really became the king yet. And LeBron showed myself and everybody that he's one of the greatest, if not the greatest, to ever play the game. So for me, the guy to play against was LeBron. I mean, we double-teamed him. We triple-teamed him. I mean, this guy was hitting every single shot.
Kobe?
No, LeBron.
No, what about Kobe?
I said LeBron is better.
Okay. Oof. So that was the Boston Heat series, right? The Game 6?
Yeah, dude. He was.
You were there for that.
And I saw prime Kobe. I didn't compete against Kobe in the playoffs. Kobe just always came with the mental edge. He was ready to go. Kobe had an aura. Like Kobe was like that alpha dog that just like Smitty. Kobe would walk up to you. He'd look you in your face, Smitty, and you just cower. You would fold, Smitty. I mean, you'd fall over like a little man, Smitty. You wouldn't have a chance against Kobe. And this is even before the game started, Smitty. You'd start crying. You wouldn't want to play. You'd be scared. You'd have bubble guts, Smitty. You would not do anything against Kobe Bryant.
Would I flop like LeBron?
Potentially. But to answer that, LeBron doesn't try to intimidate like him. But LeBron is more like, I'm the thinker. And like when you think you got LeBron, you don't, because he'll play the mind game.
Why does he
See,
flop
Kobe,
so much though? Why does he flop? Like I look at that as a weakness. I gotta admit, when I see somebody that just pretends to get hit when he's not getting hit, pretends to get knocked down, like to me that's a real like weak. Jordan would have never
did he
done
get the
that. Jordan
call?
would have
Did he
never.
get the
Jordan
call?
would have
Of
never
course he
flopped.
wouldn't have. Of course he wouldn't have. And
Why does
that's why
LeBron do
LeBron
that?
has longevity, Smitty. Those
I
are two
don't.
different people, Smitty.
He's throwing
This
himself
is
on the
like
ground.
this is like you. This is like you the last time I saw you versus you now. You're
True.
great.
But don't you think that
I mean, you
throwing?
look incredible. Don't you get up every morning and go, "Wow, this is greatness."
I will
God
now.
bless everyone who has to look at me.
I will
I'm
now.
there.
Apparently, I was awful looking before, but
Horrific.
honestly, I don't think that's a good quality in LeBron. I don't like it. I think a lot of people don't like it. It makes it hard for me to ever say he's going to be the greatest player ever when Jordan didn't complain. Jordan went out there and didn't flop. Jordan went out there and just played basketball. I feel like LeBron's constantly flopping all over
I
the
feel like you're more like Michael Jordan now.
Yeah,
Are you the Michael Jordan of losing 15 pounds?
I might be. I might. Whoa.
Basketball has changed so much since I was in high school, and I've been going. I mean, my era. I'm 54, so my era of basketball was back
God
when
bless you, brother.
Jordan was first getting his start, and you had Larry Bird and Robert Parrish and all of them, and Magic, and that was my era of watching basketball, and it was tough. It was beat you down type of basketball. I love that type of basketball. Anymore, I don't enjoy it as much as I used to.
Well, I think that these guys have found out that it's a business. And, like LeBron will make a longevity move, where back in the day, guys just played because they loved the game. Guys would they fight you and literally fist fight and then get back and go play. And now it's there's money involved. There's still love of the game, but these guys understand that their body is a business. So from a fan standpoint, no, it's not as great as what we got to grow up watching. It doesn't feel as organic. And then, hey, man, these guys know that there's more money in playing for other teams or kind of, moving to different corporations. Forget team. These are corporations that they go and play for, right? So I think they understand their value, but from the fan standpoint, it can hurt the fan. But also, maybe you're a guy that goes, man, imagine if Larry Bird played for the Knicks, right? It doesn't sound right, but it's from a fantasy standpoint. This is the fantasy football show. Those would be some fun things to see. What if prime Joe Montana, went over to the Dolphins? Who knows? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I think we get to see some of that stuff now in today's NBA.
That's true.
That's
It's a good point.
pretty cool that we didn't have before.
That's a good point. Hey, Jalen Green ceiling. Vamp wants to know, he dropped a super chat. Jalen Green ceiling, and who should the Rockets pair with him this year in this year's draft?
Hold on. Step it, puppy. Because I can't hear. Jalen Green's ceiling is Kobe Bryant.
Woo!
That's his ceiling.
Woo!
Who you can pair with him, I think the Rockets are going to take the best available. Amen Thompson is one of those guys in play. Brandon Miller is a name in play. Those look like the two guys. Maybe there's somebody else. But after Scoot and Wemby, even after Wemby, I think that draft is pretty wide open.
Can you read this one? Can you see this?
Ryan, can you shout out Terry Roberts? He's been in this community for a long time, and okay. Shout out to Terry Roberts. Terry, shout out to you for believing in Houston. Keep hanging in there, man. We appreciate you. We love you. Think about all the way back to those Houston championships with Akeem and Robert Horry, Sam Cassell, Mad Max, and those guys, man. So we appreciate you for being here. We thank you. And today is not about how good Smitty looks when he checks himself out in the mirror, or how disgusting he was just a couple months ago, or how much he's turning heads now, and just the disgusting look that people had when they had to lay eyes on this guy. But it's about you guys, and it's about what you bring to the table. So shout out to you guys for being here. Smitty does this for you. Smitty, we appreciate your hard work, but you look great, brother. You look great, brother, but we appreciate your hard work, and it's about you guys for being here, man. I can't believe, Smitty, they can actually, right here, and they can override anything you have to say. Smitty, can you ask when the Seattle? Okay, so Seattle, I think Vegas might get a team before Seattle, guys. I think it might be Vegas first. I think that the Seattle expansion is like when the Kings didn't go, it was a big thing. I think that was the option, and I think Seattle's got to build a new arena. That's kind of what it comes down to.
Yeah. Let me see if I can think of a final question or two for you.
I mean, Smitty, how do you feel every day you wake up and you look at yourself now?
I haven't thought about it until you've pressed it into my brain over and over. So we'll have to see how.
You were horrific.
We'll see how I feel in the morning.
God.
I don't think I'll ever eat again.
You are horrible.
I don't think I'll ever eat again.
Hey, Ryan, I'm pretty sure I got your rookie card because I collect rookie cards every year.
Goodness.
So I'm pretty sure I got your rookie card. Smitty tried to give me his rookie card, but I had to decline.
Yeah.
Hey, man, God bless you, brother, man. I appreciate you, man. That means a lot for a guy who wasn't even supposed to be there. Just to hear something like that, man. Like, I came from nothing, man. So I'm extremely thankful that you'd even be a part of something like that, man. And extremely proud to be here and with this guy who just he pisses greatness. Look at Smitty, man. I mean, the guy's amazing, man.
Matthew's got a super chat here. Thomas, I think he answered that one already. When will Seattle get another NBA team? Yeah, he answered.
Well, apparently, I find out when you guys find out, but there's a strong chance James could be back this next season, and I think that would be, hey man, a cool homecoming. I don't think anything's set in stone by far, but sometimes when there's smoke, there's fire, man. So I think Houston is a legit option for James Harden and Smitty. If that happens, we'll have to go live, and we're just gonna have to just have like a party, man. We'll have some fun here.
Yeah, the next time you're here, we got. So
Smitty, these questions pop right up, and you see them.
Well, on the super chats, yeah, the super chats
That's
pop.
incredible.
The super chats
I can
pop.
come on here and super chat, and you have to see what I wrote.
Yeah,
you know what's funny? It's funny. They say hot take. I don't have a hot take. I don't think that I've said anything different than what other people have said. I think for me, maybe the way I say something, people get fired up about. And I believe if you make up stuff, if you make things up, I think they come back to bite you. Everything I said, I believe. Now, obviously, timing is everything. So I think that when you see something, you have to understand the timing and the context of where it's said and where it comes from. And I think that's for me. But what's funny? When I first started the business, they're like, you have these hot takes, man. You're saying these hot takes. And I'm like, what are you talking about, hot takes? I'm just telling you what I really think. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
so
that's the thing, man. There's a guy that wants to do a dunk for you. Is it okay if we bring him on?
That would be really cool. Yeah. Wow,
okay.
Wow. Will we see this or?
Yes. Media. I'm going to send you an invite. Let's see here.
Smitty, so they do this super chat thing, and it pops up right here on the screen. It's incredible, dude.
Yeah.
Smitty, you're lying to me.
No,
you're doing this. You're writing these messages.
Okay, so I'm gonna call this guy up right now, and we're gonna have him do a dunk for you live on the show.
What happened to the bros that were in our fantasy football league?
I don't know.
As I beat
Media, I'm calling you now. Media, I'm calling you right now.
And for those who don't know, Smitty's the real deal. So we were in a fantasy league together, and everybody was just beating the tar out of Smitty. I mean, we were kicking him in the face, stomping him. I mean, we were beating this guy down, and he was depressed, and he was angry, and he was competitive. And before long, all of a sudden, Smitty's team goes on this run. And I as much as I was celebrating, I had to give him his flowers. Smitty put together a team that got hot every year that we played fantasy football and either won the league or came in second. So I had to eat all the words that I had for Smitty, and he showed me the difference between a pro and a Joe. And I tell you, Smitty is a fantasy pro. Now, much like the last time I saw him, he started off horrible. I mean, it was grotesque. It was disgusting.
Hold
His
on, media.
fantasy team is laughable.
Okay.
What?
I appreciate
Okay.
those. I appreciate those props. Okay, this is 49er media. Okay, this is 49er.
Oh, wow.
49er media. Say hi to Ryan. Ryan, what dunk do you want? You call it out.
360 through the legs.
360 through the legs, media. You heard it. He wants it.
Ooh, his camera's off, Smitty.
Yeah, camera's off,
looks
media.
like-
Media. This is your
looks
time
like
to
you
shine.
Set it up. It looks like you just set it up so we have to look at you, Smitty.
Media, come on, bro. Your time to shine. You're crap in the bed. Okay, here we go.
Smitty, that looks like me with glasses on.
Okay, go, media. He wants a 360 between the legs.
Hey, Smitty, that looks like me with glasses on, dude.
Yeah.
That's me.
Here we go. Oh! I mean, what kind of service do you get on this show, Ryan? Explain it. You got guys
Looks like
dunking
me.
for.
No, looks like me.
Can we get one more?
Smitty,
Call one more.
That's
Call more.
me. That's me with glasses, Smitty.
One more.
That's me.
Media.
It's like
I
looking at
want.
myself.
I want media. I want off the bed. Something off the bed.
Okay. This is the last one because I gotta go.
Oh, you gotta go. Sorry, we're holding you up. There you go. Get out of here, media.
Glasses, Smitty.
Thanks, media. Appreciate you. This guy's got to go. Sorry, we're holding him up.
Okay.
right.
I guess I'll get out of here. I'll be back. You guys have been more than kind, man. I can't believe how many people are here. Like, this is astronomical.
You just wait during the
Smitty
season.
would have never believed that this many people would be here. I can't believe you guys can talk to Smitty and me, and like we can be talking and you guys just pop stuff up. We'll have to do it again, Smitty. I appreciate your commitment to look great every day.
I'm coming for you.
You were grotesque, man.
I'm coming for you. I'm gonna be there in Houston, and we're racing on a live stream. And
Hey,
if you don't show up, it'll be live.
I'll show up. Hey, Smitty, you were grotesque.
Thank you.
I mean, like when I'd see you, I felt like throwing up.
I have to attribute. We're trying to get this as a sponsor of the show. I've been drinking a lot of these.
Yeah,
All right.
I felt like throwing up.
Yeah,
I mean,
we got it,
literally,
Ryan.
I think I've thrown up in my mouth a few times.
You know, the only time you've called me Uncle Smitty is when I've been thin. I feel a little bit offended by that.
You look, Smitty, you look great. You keep whatever you're doing. I mean, my goodness, brother, you keep that up, man. You keep that up, Smitty. Because
All right.
the guy, I'd see you and be like, like,
Hey, by the way,
Smitty.
Blind Larry is going to judge our race, he says.
God bless Blind Larry.
Yeah.
God bless that man. Blind Larry, God bless you, brother.
Yeah, he's going
God
to
bless that man right there.
He's calling it out.
Greatness.
He's
greatness.
He's one of our diehards. He's going to call it out.
And Smitty, shout out to the callers. I mean, Smitty, this is amazing. Like, these are real people. It's not about you.
Ryan,
I know you look great.
Ryan,
I know you look great, but it ain't about you, man.
Ryan, it's a little disappointing, a little offended that you think I run some Mickey Mouse operation. This is a daily Monday through Friday show.
Smitty,
This is not some Mickey Mouse.
This has nothing to do with you or me. This has nothing to do with you, bro. I mean, you look great. You look great, but that ain't what it's about right now.
Mm-hmm. Ryan, you
When
take
are we
it
doing
easy.
another skit?
Yeah, Ryan, who starred on the Fantasy Football Intern. If you ever show up, I've invited you. You haven't showed. I understand you're a busy guy.
Send me a script. You're supposed to send me a script, Smitty. I'm supposed to do the video.
Hey,
You never sent
Ryan,
me a
real
script.
talk. Smitty's got the best fantasy football show, and that's why we're all here. We all love him. We all support him, and he's the only person out there that will that brings his community in. And like let me talk to you on the phone. He's the only one out there that does that with his group of people. He's very there's nothing out there like him. He's awesome.
You're right, man. Look at him. This guy looks great. Look at him. And look at him. He looks as good as the person that he is. Smitty, those are kind words, bro. Smitty, do a pull-up. Do a pull-up on the bar, Smitty. You look great. Look at this guy. He's spectacular. Look at this guy. He's amazing. Look at him. It's unbelievable.
It's over. It's all over.
She wants you to do it again. She wants
Okay.
you to do the same
Hey,
thing
Ryan,
again.
appreciate you.
She wants you to do. Hold on, Smitty. My daughter said for you to do that again.
I can't. I can't.
He said he can't, Boppy, so he's going to let you down. Uncle Smitty's going to let you down, completely down.
What do you want one of those like walking ones where you go like
She
this?
wants you to do the exact ththing that you just did. Look
Can
at
you
him,
do
man.
one of those, Ryan?
This guy's amazing. Smitty, I can do that. Look, he looks
Ryan,
amazing.
I want to have
Boppy.
I want to have a
He can hear
pull up
you. He can hear you.
race with you.
A pull-up race?
Yeah, or a
I
contest.
told you pull-ups are the one thing I can do well.
I'm out of
Smitty.
breath. I'm out of breath already, Ryan. Maybe I'm not as in good a shape as I thought.
Yeah,
All right,
the one thing I do well is challenge me in something else, not pull-ups. That's easy for me.
Push-ups?
Yeah, you probably win in push-ups. You probably win.
Why? I thought your back was strong.
I'm not great at push-ups. That's push and pull are two different things, bro.
Still a lot of back.
No,
You got a pull-up bar there? Probably not, right?
I don't.
Yeah, it's ironic. That's ironic.
I don't.
That's a cool.
I don't.
That's a nice little convenience to not have a pull-up bar anywhere where you're on a live stream with me, challenging me to a pull-up race. Ethan, there is a misconception that I'm short by some people. Some people think I'm tall. Ethan thinks I'm 5'9". He thinks I'm as
You
tall
used
as.
to be 5'9".
Yeah.
I think I've literally thrown up in my mouth by you just showing your face and appearance before.
But now you're. This is the longest you've ever stayed on my show.
Shut up. Don't say that. I've been on your show a lot longer than this, bro. Don't you
No.
do that. Maybe Brendan, I've been on your show a lot longer than this, Smitty. And you know that.
You've been on for over an hour. An hour and 20 minutes.
I've been on for a lot longer, bro. We went on when like Tom Brady signed or something else weird happened. We did like a full thing, bro.
Okay. Burpees. Someone says burpees challenge.
I suck at burpees. I told you all I can do. You'll beat me in burpees. I'll try. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll race. You pick the distance. All right. Hey, Ryan, I appreciate you coming on, pal.
All right, Smitty. We'll talk soon, dude.
All right, later.
All
Go
right.
follow Ryan, the Ryan Hollins on Twitter. Go check him out. All right, the Isaac. What can I do for you, pal? Hello.
Hey, sorry, I had to find my phone.
Yeah, that's right. What's up, Isaac?
I was just staying on to say one more thing to Ryan, but it's all good. He mentioned it. He mentioned the chirp of Harden coming back. So it's looking like Harden's coming back in Houston. And also, I thought he was commentating for the Clippers too, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't, because he played for the Clippers, so that's what made me think Clippers when I said that. But I know better. I know he's a commentator for the Rockets. But that really pissed him off. So I'm glad I said it. It was actually next time I know what burns him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
All good, man. All right.
Hey, Ryan, what do you think about, real quickly, there's some news on screen. Let me get through this news, then I'll ask both Ron Navy and the Ryan, anybody else that calls in. This news, Samaje P. Ryan, we all kind of like him. I know Ron likes him. We all kind of like him coming over from Cincy. Utility guy, very, very capable of being a three-down back. Sean Payton likes him. Significant role awaits him according to The Athletic. The Athletic is just giving an opinion piece, so this really isn't news because my opinion, this holds no more weight than me coming out and saying, Samaje P. Ryan's going to have a nice little role, and then somebody quoting it. The thing is, no one quotes your boy Smitty, But this guy, because he's writing this down on a piece of paper, people think that it has some sort of meaning. But I do agree with it. I do think he's got a significant role. A lot of it will depend on Javonte Williams. The other piece of news here, we talked about this Davante Adams thing. Another Athletic report saying that they don't believe Davante Adams will be traded. I also agree with that and said that over and over, because you wouldn't franchise tag Josh Jacobs and try and go for it. In the Raiders' mind, they're going for it. We all know they're not. If you're going to be sending pieces away from the team, you would have let Jacobs walk. You would have traded. You would have rebuilt. So we know Adams isn't getting traded anytime soon. And his dead cap is $31.4 million this year. It's $23.6 million next year. So the odds of him being traded mid-season, he'd have to command over a first-round draft selection to make this 31.4 dead cap number even make sense. We've got this piece of news here. Jerome Ford looking like he's ready for that full-time backup role. He's a nice little sleeper if anybody needs an RB or if you draft Nick Chubb. And then this last piece of news today, Jeff Christensen, quarterback's coach, told The Athletic, another Athletic report, that 49ers QB Trey Lance has made a substantial jump as a passer, but this also came with some negative talk about how there's a lot of work to be done on the kid, and so people are prying negativity out of the article as well. But what one of these pieces of news tickles your fancy? Oh, he left. Ron's left. Ron, what do you make of some of this stuff?
Oh, I love P. Ryan. I think he's going to do great, especially if Javonte has trouble getting back. I think what we saw from him last year when he got to play was positive, and I think he's going to be good for fantasy this year.
Yeah, I agree. I think you got to cuff the two. Very easy to cuff the two, so nobody should be giving excuses about how they can't get the two together. You just have to reach a little bit for P. Ryan if for any reason you already have Javonte and somebody's taking a look at what you're doing and they say to themselves, I could step on this little cuffing situation right now and I could grab him. And so you got to be careful. You got to be careful not to leave him out there too long and maybe reach a half a round or so. But I think P. Ryan with Javonte is one of the safer. You ignore your running back too, or especially your flex, and then come back around and scoop up the duo, and then all of a sudden you're kind of taken care of. We still have to watch out for Dalvin Cook because he could get cut, and who knows where he lands. Probably won't be Denver, but you truly never know. So it's something you need to kind of prepare for if you do invest heavily in both of these guys, and then all of a sudden they sign Dalvin Cook, who's getting released on June 1, a post June 1 cut. Ron, what do you make of Ford, Jerome Ford? Are you drafting him in like late standalone value, or?
You talking about the Ford that's on Cleveland?
Yeah, Jerome Ford, the backup running back in Cleveland. He seems to appear to have a kung fu grip.
I haven't drafted him at all.
Yeah, he's got some upside. Trey Lance.
I've been too much on like Chase Brown and those players. And then usually I'm taking a receiver with my last pick. So
Trey Lance news is going to continue to be all over the place all offseason. What's your I forget what your prediction is. Do you think that he starts and then is set up for failure, or do you think he doesn't even start and Sam Darnold starts week 1, which is certainly in the cards? Anybody thinks it's not in the cards, they're just blind. If you say Trey Lance, he's going to win the. You what?
It's going to be interesting with him because they say he's got that finger thing going on that's affecting his passing. So I haven't heard it. Have you heard anything else on that?
No, that report was about, so what Ron's referencing is there was a report that came out. It was worded weirdly, and some people took it weirdly, that his finger is causing a problem with him throwing. That was a 2021 report, that it caused him problems leading into his broken ankle. So that was way in the past. Like the injury's healed, but at that moment it wasn't fully healed. Yeah, so that got turned around, and then people. That's the problem with Trey Lance is a lot of this isn't even his fault, but the media, everybody, and it's not your fault, Ron, because you probably read it or heard it somewhere and it was reported wrongly. But Trey Lance everything's against him. Everything's against him. The guy can't do anything. He goes out and there's a positive report about him working with Patrick Mahomes and fixing things. And what do people say? Instead of, oh, he fixed some things and looks great, a lot of people are saying there's a piece in that report that said that there was so much to fix, it was really hard to even like begin. Instead of like, hey, this guy worked on and retooled his throwing motion and this and that. Like Josh Allen, there's a lot to fix. You know, and me saying that Trey Lance isn't going to end up getting a fair shot is not me saying Trey Lance is not good. You guys know how much I love Trey Lance walking into last year. This is about will he get set up for failure. R.I.P. Jim Brown. Certainly that was a sad piece of news today. Rest in peace, Jim Brown. Yeah. What a great he was. And if anybody else wants to dial in real quickly, man amongst boys, then probably better than Barry for his era. Who's Ethan talking about? Chase Brown could be a wasted draft pick. I don't think so. I think he could be a real gem, bro. I think Chase Brown is a perfect between the tackles running back that fits perfectly in Cincinnati's system, and Mixon's been taking a beating. And so we'll see, but I think Chase Brown's got a lot of upside. A lot of upside. Barry Sanders is my GOAT, says D-Town. Can't blame you there. Can't blame you at all. Barry Sanders, there's no one like him. No one will ever run like him. Ever. And I don't even know what it is about that era, too. No one, like, honestly, it's almost like I want someone to study Barry Sanders' muscle structure. Because what he didn't even make sense. We'll never see somebody be able to go. He almost reminds me of a Tesla. A Tesla can go in less than 2 seconds from 0 to 60. And that's like the base model, I think. Barry Sanders could literally be going at 100% speed. And the best athletes in the entire world would have to stutter step to stop. He would literally be going almost full speed in a one plant. Without tearing an ACL, without damaging, his legs, he would literally be going 100%. And on the first step, he could stop. It was unbelievable. Stop on a dime. That's where that essentially, you look up stop on a dime in a dictionary, is Barry Sanders. If people never watch Barry, I urge you to go watch some YouTube footage on him before you ever say anything about somebody else being a better, more physically gifted runner in terms of talent. Like in terms of like, you talking Super Bowls, all that stuff. You can bring Emmett and Jim Brown and other players in the mix when you start talking about other pieces of that evaluation of who's the best running back to ever play on this context or in this context. But Barry, from a skill set perspective, unbelievable. Like just to watch that man cut, it was so crazy, so crazy. Marshall Faulk was like kind of close. We still haven't seen anybody that plays like Marshall Faulk either. Ever since. I mean, we've talked about Kenneth Walker being very, very similar in some facets of his game and his ability to kind of go left and right and forward and backwards, north, south, east, west, versus a lot of runners. Even Breece Hall's a north and south runner. He can lateral and keep going north and such, but Kenneth Walker is literally like north, south, east, west, which was Marshall Faulk, which was Barry Sanders. So crazy. Barry is just unbelievable.
Bijan has said in his interview, I'm sure you've already seen it, in one of his interviews he said that he tries to mimic his game like Barry Sanders is his idol, and he tries to be like Barry.
Bijan's definitely the most well-polished running back to come out in maybe decades. Yeah, Falk was a cheat code. Marshall Faulk was amazing. Him and Barry were just in this weird ability to stop that we've never really seen ever again, and probably ever will. There's quick and shifty and fast and all that, but it's just the way those guys. I mean, honestly, I feel like if a player today did what Barry Sanders did one time, running 60, or 100%, some people say 60 to 0, like going like a Tesla 100% and then just stopping immediately, I feel like we'd all cringe and wait for an ACL tear. Like it's strange. And Barry had a strong lower body. It's not like he didn't have like an overload of muscle structure, because the thing about ACLs is they don't grow, so you look at an ACL like a door hinge. if the door gets bigger and bigger and bigger, the hinge will get more pressure. And so Barry had very strong lower half, and the fact that, you know, his ACLs were never, it's so crazy. The ACL in today's NFL is different. Jameer said he got to meet his idol recently. Go Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be amazing. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be an absolute gem. Barry versus Emmett. Emmett was great, though. Let's not tear down Emmett. All right. Hey, Ron, anything else before I bump you off here? I'm probably going to shut the show down here in a few minutes.
Go ahead and bump me, dude.
All right, man. Appreciate you. We'll be doing, Ron, we'll be doing the Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. Let me drop the link in the live chat. We'll be doing drafts tonight. What are they called? Poodles. The Poodle drafts are now out. They're $7 to join. I did one already. Let me put my Poodle draft on screen. This is my first one.
They're not going to last long either.
Yeah, they're not going to last long at all. This was my first.
Yeah, 20 maximum entries per person.
This was my first Poodle. Look at this. Did it right before the show today. Joe Burrow, Jordan Love, Bryce Young, Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, DeAndre Swift, Alvin Kamara, Zach Charbonnet, Jamar Chase, Jahan Dotson, Jamison Williams, Jonathan Mingo, Tank Dell, Tyler Scott. I'm starting to really like him, Ron, the guy you've talked about for the longest time. Hodgins, Cole Kmet, Laporta. I was feeling pretty good about this squad. I feel like this is hard to get this, and hard to get any better than this because the ADPs are changing. They're going all over the place. But we'll be doing these drafts tonight. Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. I dropped the link in the live chat. I'm going to pin the link right now. It's in the description of every video. And a minimum of $10 deposit. These drafts are $7. So if you do a minimum $10, they'll double that because they'll double anything up to $100 in your first deposit. And you can do a $7 Poodle draft tonight with us live on the show. So get ready. We're doing those live tonight. I like this team, though. I was pretty excited about it. Anything else, Ron?
I showed you the one I did, right?
Yeah, that was good. Nice job. Yeah. All right, Ron. Appreciate you.
Later.
Bye. All right, guys. Appreciate my boy Ryan Hollins joining. You can go check him out at the Ryan Hollins on Twitter right here. And I think Ryan Hollins, just straight Ryan Hollins on Instagram. But he's got that rookie show. He's, obviously can watch him commentate on the Rocket games. But he's good people. And, head on over there and check him out. Davante Adams, stay clear of Davante this year unless he falls to a crazy, crazy point in your draft. Samaji Piran, a must cuff to Javante owners. Trey Lance is a big risk no matter how much you like him, no matter how much I like him. We don't even know if he's starting week 1. Probably should, probably will, or definitely should, probably will, but we don't know. Jerome Ford, back up, must cuff for Nick Chubb owners. That is all the news today. Let me just check and refresh the news wire. We had media dunking for Ryan Hollins. Ryan was, I think, thoroughly impressed with the dunking performance. Saints rookie running back Kendre Miller knee didn't participate in OTAs. Hopefully he's okay. And that is all the news for the day. I will see you all tonight. We're drafting live at about midnight Eastern tonight. We draft live every single Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at midnight Eastern right here. Thursday, Friday, Saturday draft marathons. I'll pin that link on the way out the door. I'm live whenever news breaks. I'm live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm doing live Panic Chamber episodes on Tuesday nights around midnight. So Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. During the end season, it's even crazier because this is the schedule. Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern doesn't change. Live whenever news breaks doesn't change. Thursday, Friday, Saturday at midnight doesn't change, but it becomes start bench shows 3 days in a row. And then we've got the Sunday waiver wire show, the Monday buy low, sell high show, the Panic Chamber. We're literally live every single day. I'm live every single day anyway, but we're live every single day multiple times. That's how we roll on this channel. And I appreciate every one of you, everybody that super chatted. Did I get everybody's super chat? Let me just skim through them real quickly and make sure I got to everybody's super chat. Matthew Boyd dropping the $20 hauler earlier. Appreciate that. Ron Navy says, pick up Smitty. He's yawning. That was in the beginning. Vamp dropped this. Do you think San Antonio can attract talent? Appreciate that question. Ron Navy says, Ryan, don't take that from Smitty. Get after him. Smitty can't move side to side. Not as quick as I used to, but I can go front and backwards pretty well. I already did. You didn't read it. Sorry, Ron. I'm not sure what that was about. When I said super chat. We here for Smitty, bro, to the moon. Appreciate you. This one right here, Smitty, thumbs up. Appreciate that. Big C. Matthew, $20 hauler. I got you, Smitty, so appreciate that. Ryan was thoroughly impressed with this show today. Smitty had to ice down for a week after my field goal kick. We had this one right here about his team. This is a phenomenal poodle draft that you did here. I love it. I love Dotson. We're going to have more videos on Dotson and sleeper wide receivers, so get ready for that. Ron Navy says that Smitty kicks like he drafts Swift. So pretty smooth then, I guess is what Ron's trying to tell us there. Another $20 hauler from Matt talking about Memphis. Appreciate that question for Ryan. I was in the Navy at 19 making the minimum, says Ron. Russian Collusion dropping another super chat. Appreciate that super chat. Collusion to the house. And Collusion and whoever else dropped those exclusive memberships, absolute fire. Ron Navy dropping another super chat. Russian Collusion dropping another. Changed his name to Truth Hollins. Ryan loved that. Ryan, how much Smitty pay you to be nice to him? Ryan is not nice to me half the time. Half the time he is. So I don't think I think that proves that either my tab's running out or maybe he isn't getting paid. Let's see here. Green ceiling. He said, what did he say? Kobe? That was crazy. Jalen Green ceiling's Kobe, he said. Ryan, your daughter's cute. Appreciate that super chat there, Ron. Ryan, can you shout out Terry Roberts? That was cool. Terry, hope you enjoyed that. Vampy dropping one. Appreciate that, Vampy. Sorry if I missed any of these. When is Seattle? I got that one, Thomas, for Thomas. Ryan answered that. Ryan, Harden going back to Houston. He said that's a possibility. And then Vampy dropping this one, which Ryan answered. So appreciate all those super chats from all you guys today. I will see you all tonight. We'll be drafting live like we always do it. Until next time. Until tonight. I'll see you later.
Brees Hall is 8 foot tall. He will always answer the mother freaking call. Don't let him fall. In the third, don't stall. Just give Batman the freaking football.
He's Brees. He's Brees.
He does a hull of a job. A hull of a job. A hull of a job.
Brees Hall, please report to the moon.
He does a hell of a job.
People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get burrowed.